welcome back to Let's Play Medieval 2 Total War England Campaign, episode the 93rd with me, Skwalker. And when we left off, the Great Mortality, the Black Death, the Plague is sweeping across Europe and it's causing me a lot of issues. People are dying, therefore, dead people don't pay taxes, tax money isn't making it into my coffers, I'm out of money! Yeah, I'm taking a greedy approach, but look, right now we're in a bit of a pickle. The plague is killing my men, reducing my income, and really it's going to slow down my momentum. We are doing a lot of things at the minute as well. We are dealing with the Polish, the Imperials, the Sicilians, and the Pope himself. This was quite a controversial turn. I don't know, controversial, but just a busy turn. And there's still a lot of battles to do, a lot of management to do. Therefore, let's keep on managing and battling. It's really going to be more battles today than anything. So, how about we just get started with a battle? Let's head down to Cagliari, where the Sicilians have landed a few more troops, or more accurately, whatever was left after the last time I beat them. So,
no more words. Draw your sword.
We don't really have much intel on what they're bringing, but the troops I have here, despite the issue of the plague killing off my men, we're going to march out regardless, and we're going to just get these guys knocked out because I'm not tolerating their presence this time around. It's not a case of I can just wait. These guys are so weak, let's just kill them now.
Marching to war.
Hopefully the other army comes as reinforcements as well, but we don't know yet. Ah, good. Captain Umberto Joy. So we're going to finish off Chiapo della Rocha this time around. He escaped me last time. This is basically what's left of his army. Some armoured sergeants, Muslim archers and Norman knights. Like, fuck all there. He's literally just brought over a unit of mercenary Catalans because I don't know. Captain Umberto, by the way, brings one unit of armoured sergeants and a unit of mounted sergeants. Pretty bloody weak. Let's just get on with this battle. It should be a nice quick one. Straight forward is 10-3 in my favour. Outnumber the enemy by way over 1,000 men. Let's just get on with it.
Yes, my lord. Preparing the men to attack.
Okay, let's get on with this battle then. So it should be a nice quick one. It's raining a teeny tiny bit, but it's not too bad. So because the enemy is so pathetically small, I think what we can really go for is we are just going to go for the longbow destruction attack. So basically the longbowmen are going to march forward and deconstruct the enemy army. Now the enemy does have some cavalry in. They have a general's bodyguard. Unfortunately, any spears I had left seem to have been, well, killed by the plague. So, we're going to be using Dismounted Feudal Knights as our main line today. But then again, I think I'm going to use my Billmen. Dismounted Feudal Knights will be good for other things, but I think we'll just use the Billmen, because the Billmen should be more capable of doing this one. Yes, it means I'll be taking a cavalry charge to a face, which, you know, I don't like them doing, but these guys can still hold their line quite well. And to be honest, we're not going to get too much shit off the enemy in terms of range attacks. Yes, there is a unit of Catalans. Yes, I have a unit of Muslim archers, but there's barely any Muslim archers. We decimated them last battle, and it should happen again. So, Mailed Knights, you go there. Your priority will be killing off the enemy general. Hobilars, you are actually the captain unit, so you'll just be keep you in the background in a way, just to make sure the captain doesn't die, because if he dies, then, you know, we confer a minor morale penalty. But at the same time, I don't really have too much care for whether or not my captains live or die. Spare unit, back, reserve. You're not even in this battle. Right, let's get on with this one.
The enemy have brought up more men.
Right.
They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in gallantry.
So the enemy has flanked us with their reinforcements, so we will deal with that. First things first, lads, can you just move up a little bit, please, just to make sure that you can get some range going. So all my men are moving up who can move up. Dismounted Feudal Knights. You know what? I know you might not enjoy taking on cavalry all the time, but you know what? They're only mounted sergeants. Turn, face, go deal with the other enemy army. Like, we have the ability to split our troops like that. Hobilars, you can escort them. Mailed Knights, you will be with me because I have other designs for you. There are also some other units there. Oh, that's just for Norman Knights. There's only 3 of them, so we should be safe in that aspect. Right, longbows can't hit them just yet, but I have got all my men just moving around, so we're nearly in position. I think we'll easily be within range in a couple of seconds. So, I think they could potentially be coming in for a charge. So, longbows, I'm going to recommend... actually, yeah, the Norman Knights are going to come in and charge us. What they hope to accomplish, I do not know, because, well, they're just in a really bad location. Lads, don't skirmish. Just keep your shots going on those Catalans, please. Just get rid of them. Those Norman Knights, I mean, yeah, they're already screwed. Like, they're already dead. Longbowmen, focus fire on the general, please. Like, just try and get at least one volley out on him. Right, mailed knight, let's get you around the flank now and get you in
men
there.
are winning the battle.
Because the billman won't last forever.
We will smash the enemy.
Archers, just focus on whatever you can shoot. Mainly I'm just going to have you shoot the Muslim archers because they bugger it. Mailed knights, just get on that general's bodyguard and kill him now. He's going to try and pull out, which, yeah, let him do that. You know what, archers, just cease fire. Like, I know the Catalans are coming around trying to attack us for some reason, but the Catalans aren't going to win that one. Right, good, right, victory is at hand, right, what have I got over here, my spare unit, I haven't even been discovered yet. Spring a random mini ambush then, lads, see if we can just randomly appear, like, you know what,
oh, good. Our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops, behold how our cowardly foe
fantastic,
runs.
Right.
It's time to press the attack.
We are going excellent now. Okay, lads, keep on moving, Herbilars, see if we can try and catch most mounted sergeants to get rid of them.
Remains.
Only half of them? Wow, I thought we killed that ages ago. Right, chase down what was left of... Actually, no, don't bother with bodyguard. He's not worth it. Just chase down what was left of the Catalans, get rid of them, and then... let's see, what have I got left? Well, I'm not even going to use my longbowmen. Sorry, longbowmen, you didn't really get a look in on this one. Right, you lot, yeah, you did a good job at just quickly slowing them down. Get out of there, because it's not really your fight now. The Herbilars can take over. Go on, off you go. You've got some experience. You can pull out of this one. Like, withdraw if you must. There you go. Withdraw. Get out of there. Don't want you routing. Oh, no, wait, they're just gonna... They're gonna fight anyway. These guys are quite brave, even though I've supposed to send them to their deaths. Right, the mounted sergeants get absolutely wrecked by Herbilars are just holding out really fantastically well against them. Guess it's because my Herbilars are experienced, or they're just better anyway, because my Herbilars are just good at their job. Whereas these mounted sergeants just, well, they're just pathetic. Alright. Knights, just move up and get rid of those armoured sergeants. It's a pretty simple job I need you to do. So I wish you the best of luck in it.
Battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Sending my mailed knights to help out, but the captain has more or less got this one done already. Got this unit down to 20 now, so they're now, what, 2/3 way gone, but the armoured sergeants are running in. Alright, you lot, just get out of there quickly, because I don't want the armoured sergeants to tangle in and then start killing you off. Well, luckily my unit has got out of there, and now my knights are just going to move in, collapse on them, and just keep the non-mounted
like
ones.
He is. Press on like St. George. We've captured the enemy's general. That'll teach the cowardly dog to turn tail and run. The enemy
It will. Right, kill them
field.
all.
Pursue and run them down.
Kill everyone you can now. Let's just run them down, pursue them, kill them, capture them, whatever. I really do need the money, so I might just ransom them again, even though I haven't really got anywhere to run. So it's really pay me money, and I'll execute them in a slightly less brutal way. I think that'd be a fair deal we could offer the enemy. All right, keep going. I want all those armoured sergeants gone. Like, there you go. They're all dead.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
I don't really have a lot to say, but the objective is done. The enemy has been slaughtered. Let's just move on to the next pressing issue of the day. By the way, the Herbilars get experience out of the mail knight, so good for them.
This is a brilliant spot.
Alright, let's just see if we can ransom them if we can. Nah, I knew it would happen.
The day is ours, sire.
Right, that was a brilliant performance. Merge whoever was lost, because you had a battle. I'll grant you retraining permission. So there you go. Just retrain whatever you can. Right. Oh, by the way, there's a lot of Sicilian fleets blockading me. You aren't carrying shit, are you?
Let's see. You want us gone? Right. Then do something about it.
You're definitely not going to hold out against him. How are we doing with you? Yeah, Admiral Prezebo's going to bloody blow us up.
Ships ready.
I really need to get better at my ships. I'm retraining whatever I can, and I really need to recruit more ships here. Just recruit a cog. Right, anyway, let's move on to the next battle we have. So, next up is, because we're going left to right, is the Papal States. So, looks like we've got another Papal army that's wandered over. So, Sacrius de Vica.
Honorably, my worthy foe.
He's got siege equipment. He's got what we knew last time is he's got some Papal guard. He's got all sorts of fun crap with him. So I think it would be a good idea if Lose was to come out and lend some help. So he's going to bring his merchant cavalry militia, his bill militia, spears, just as many spears as we can, some archer militia and a catapult and the heavy build militia. We're going to leave the arquebusiers behind. Milan will luckily survive the public order issue. Right, get here.
Yes, sir.
And I don't think you'll be able to attack this turn, will you? No, you won't. Right, well, I've got you nearby as reinforcements then. Because the garrison I have here will not cut the mustard. I could also send for reinforcements from this area. We do have boring centres. It is just pretty much all artillery, the enemy army, which is just going to really just try and slice me up into the several little pieces. So, I could send for more spears and archers here as well. And then compare it with the spears, archers and artillery I have here. But I just lack cavalry entirely, which is a shame, but I'll have to bring what I can. Probably shouldn't have brought this bloody artillery at the end of the day. But I could bring more artillery here, more archers, more longbowmen, even more archers. You know, just bring the crew. But then again, I can't pull units out of Venice actually because I've got Hungary on my tail. In fact, you lot recruit additional spears to prepare for the coming of the Hungarians, and you recruit an additional bombard. No, don't do a bombard actually. I don't want a bombard. Just keep recruiting more militias though. Right. Bologna is just going to have to hold out for a turn, unfortunately. Just keep on a growth build policy, by the way, to keep yourselves happy as possible, and you know, just do whatever you think you can. But yeah, Bologna is not in the best of positions because the Papal States are just being a dick. But unfortunately, I'm losing garrisons to the plague. I'm losing money to the plague. It is stretching my resources a little bit, and I also wanted to get an attack out of Naples because you know what, Palermo is weak and vulnerable to take it, and you know what, I think we're just going to go with it because there is an incoming attack from Buffalo Caracci.
Was that an attack?
He's just setting himself, and that wasn't an attack, that was just me clicking on you. Take the cannon, take the longbowmen, take the feudal knight. I won't bring Prince Christopher because he's got the plague and Naples gets really whingy when he's not around. I'm going to basically just leave behind the militias. So you know what? All non-militia units are now to march on Palermo. So off we go. Let's just get on over and done with. Naples. Retrain what you can, and I'm not going to give you more recruitment right now because I just really don't want to. Alright, good. So at least I've got a plan now to take Palermo and just really make life hard for the Sicilians. Right. We do have a big major battle that we can do. We are going to deal with the armies of Captain Adolf, and Captain Adolf is basically one of my main objectives into getting rid of the Imperials once in a while, because if he stays around he's just going to be a rebel and he's going to be an absolute pain in my bum. And also I need to get rid of his army to weaken Vienna. Vienna right now is running an absolute shit show of a garrison. We're keeping it that way with consistent sabotage of the area. Let us, in fact, do a bit more sabotage now. Let us get rid of the armour. Let's make sure that their troops don't have any good armour.
Yes.
This town's used to having constant massive explosions. Right, good job. That's another bit of Vienna sabotaged, and that'll keep the enemy slowed down for a little bit. Right, Francis of West Derby, big battle now. I want you to move in on the forces of Captain Adolf and engage. You will have to do with Emperor Wenzel as well, with his loads of random crossbowmen, but don't worry, I have a lot of cavalry who can bring him down, and I have a Rybo as well, which will just shoot the shit. And actually, it's going to shoot the shit because the Imperial armies are shit. They're all militias. Alright. Just prove to the enemy for probably the second to last time why you can't rely on militia units consistently, because these guys do it quite badly.
We shall engage.
Okay, so strength ratio is 3-2 in my favour as we take on an enemy army that does outnumber us. Captain Adolf, by the way, brings 2 catapults, a ballista, some mercenary crossbows, peasant archers, quite a few spear militia, 1 unit of dispatched feudal knights, and a few crusading knights and mercenary Frankish knights. So we'll need to make sure our spears are on top of those, and the rest is just basically peasantry and town militia who, yeah, will kill them quite easily. Emperor Wenzel himself will be bringing 3 units of crossbow militia, 2 units of town militia, a peasant, a catapult, and himself. He will be tough to bring down, as in the Emperor himself, but once he's down, and that'll be it really for his army. So we'll need to just effectively manage our troops, as we will be dealing with 2 armies at once. However, they'll be deploying roughly the same area. But well, I do lack my heavier artillery. I do have some longbowmen and some archers, not as many as I usually bring. However, I think we're just going to crush them with infantry, but let's just get in this battle and see how it goes.
Honor and glory await England. The love of God is 1,000 times stronger than any mortal armor. His wrath against our foes is 1,000 times better than 1,000 arrows. Our faith gives us his aid, and more. It will give us victory. Now cries St. George, and look for that victory. Over there stands a miserable collection of sausage-eating, beer-swilling Imperial pudding heads. I think they will welcome death. With God's good graces, we shall strike down 1/4 of our enemy's army today. Courage will be our watchword. Despair theirs. Our heavy troops should see good service, for I see that the enemy have no troops with firelocks or the like. And now, any man here who is not praying for our victory had better make his peace with God, for he'll find none with me or in England later. Now, I place my fate in the hands of the Lord. Bring me my broadsword, and let me kiss the cross, lest I die. To battle!
Here's a good thing that the enemy has no firelocks, because I do have a lot of heavy infantry, but also the enemy's too thick to just go that stuff. Anyway, by the way, did my general give his bodyguard a bit of an upgrade? They're looking more well armoured than usual. Oh well. Let's get on with this battle then. So, yeah, they have been upgraded. Nice. General's bodyguard will take a bit more then, and I'll basically make him do a bit more. Actually, I think I've upgraded a lot of my troops now. I mean, I've got basically heavier mailed knights now, and my feudal knights. I think my feudal knights have now basically fallen behind in terms of armour. How ironic. So, big army, and it's quite a battlefield. But at the same time, an advantageous one for ourselves. If the Imperials wish to beat us, they'll have to come up a hill, which will completely and totally ruin their stamina, and I just have to go down one, which won't ruin my stamina and also give my longbowmen quite the edge. So, speaking of edges, let's get our longbowmen and our peasant archers grouped up. Or at least we're not going to group up our peasant archers with our longbowmen, because I already class them as 2 different units. So, longbows, you will march together, get your stakes up because I say so. Peasant archers, you will march independently. Rybow, now bringing you in, I do want to use the Rybow, but because it doesn't really have a lot of range for Rybow, has a lot of, why were you showing your ass, by the way, one of you guys? But this thing has, you know, killing power just without the range, and it's like a close quarters gun, and yeah, he's doing some sort of ass gesture. Please do not show your posteriors, because that is how you get inquisited. Right, anyway, we'll keep you there, and I'm going to try and move a Rybow, and it's going to act a little bit independently of everything else. So, right, next unit, so knights or infantry. So, I'm mainly relying on armoured swordsmen this time around, which, you know what, is fair enough in itself. Armoured swordsmen are absolutely fantastic units. Very heavy, very strong killing power, and they're just great for absolutely shredding up everything they can. So we're going to keep them together, and we're just going to use them as our main line. Billmen will march alongside the dismounted English knights, so dismounted English knights will just provide them with additional support, additional killing power, but the Billmen, like I said, basically the dismounted English knights are basically what I will equate to as being heavy Billmen. Carry pole axes, a big 2-handed weapon, good against everything, at least they claim they're good against everything. These guys are pretty much good against nothing, but you know what I mean. Okie dokie, right, what's left? Spearmen, we'll keep our spears on the flank just in case of the enemy cavalry, because I do have a few cavalries, more than we would expect them to usually bring. I'll keep 2 on this flank as well, because it's likely that there will be reinforcements coming from this side. In terms of cavalry, so I've got a lot of cavalry inside, so I'm going to have 2 units of feudal knights here. The general will match with the weakened units of feudal knights, so it's like a small specialised cavalry corps. And the middle knights will match with Hobilars, because, yeah, I know Hobilars aren't as good, but at the same time, our Hobilars Still pretty much on the, actually on the lower armor tier, but you know, the Horbilars still have a very good idea of what they'll be doing, so you know, they're going to be good together. Last but not least, I have a unit of dismounted feudal knights who are really without a cohort, so they will match with the armored swordsmen. I know they'll be a bit weaker, but at the same time, it's very fair to say my dismounted feudal knights always do a very good job in their battles, so we'll just keep them alongside. Peasant archers, you'll just be a little ways behind my longbowmen for the minute, and yeah, let's just get on with this battle. Right. And looks like the enemy reinforcements haven't turned up yet, which is fine by me. So they're probably going to be delayed, or is it my computer? It is my computer today, because apparently I need to upgrade my CPU once more, which is not the case, but yeah. Whatever. Pretty weird reason for you to not turn up to a battle. Right, let's kill this army then first, and I guess Emperor Venzel will have to live another day unless he does turn up eventually. So we're going to start moving up our longbowmen. Peasant archers, if you start moving up here, we'll start moving our army in general actually. So let's just get to the edge of this hill and then it'll wait further orders. So lads, just start moving up as nice and neat as you can, please. So keep you lads here, keep you lads here. Ryber, if you want to go here. And cavalry, we'll keep you here, here, and here, please. So everyone has a movement order. The enemy is sitting tight right now. They are basically waiting for me to come to them. So we will basically just need to descend upon this mighty hill. And basically, I'm going to try and keep my longbowmen as far away as possible. They can just basically rain death from a very long distance now. Let them weaken the enemy units. Mainly if we could just weaken anything that's knightly, that would be brilliant. And then the armoured swordsmen, despite feudal knights, and probably even the billman, really. Actually, the billman probably going to do the best in this battle. They can basically just rain judgment upon whatever's left of the militias. But for now, I just need to get all my men into position. And oh, hello, they were all hidden apparently, even though I could see them all. But I think the minimap just wasn't keeping up. I don't know. Either way, lads, just get into position as good as you can, please. How close are we now? Can you hit anything from here? You can hit things from here, right? So let us have you start hitting things from here. We've got some peasant archers coming up as the first line. Levy spears, you're lining up here. Everyone kind of knows where we're going, so right. Levy spears, keep it here for now, please. Don't get too far ahead of yourselves. Then again, the enemy might not be able to hit us. You know what, Levy spears, I'm going to ask that you all become the front line, because you know what, the enemy has quite a bit of cavalry, and we know what the enemy can get like with cavalry. Well, suddenly decide that they will need to bring them forward. Peasant archers, by the way, they've got enough range to start hitting things, so they're going to start hitting things as well. So if you want to start losing off your shots, the enemy, I don't think they've got too many armoured units, so I'm just going to let them use their regular ammo. We're going to play for kills this time around rather than playing for routes. So have a peasant archers target the mercenary crossbows. If you lot can just start killing whatever we can reach, really. I mean, actually, if you can hit the mercenary Frankensteins, let's just go for the knights. Let's start killing their knights off now, and I'll let my peasant archers try and micromanage getting rid of these guys. And if need be, I'll just bring the Horbilars forward as well. But as it stands, my men are quite well organised. Levy spears, I want you to get into position as fast as possible, though, just in case the enemy does decide to send a larger response, if you get what I mean. Horbilars, I'm going to send you to do... Oh, wait, we've only got one unit routing, so that's good. Okay, peasant archers, focus on bringing down their other peasant archers now. They're not... I guess they're already displeased with marching up an absolute sodden hill. Now it's just going to be insult to injury about them basically just getting shot by people that can't see. I mean, they don't have a good firing arc at all, whereas I've just basically got the best firing arc. I can just basically sit here and just let gravity do the work for me, which is why these lads are just getting absolutely massacred right now. They are losing men, they're already shaken. I think actually they have to skirmish now. They have to be so close to shooting that they've automatically come into skirmish range, so that's already fantastic. You lot, by the way, no skirmishing, no skirmishing. You're already in a fantastic position. Don't pursue as well. Need you to maintain your positions, and we are basically, yeah, we're just making life very hard for the peasant archers. Looks like we are trying to get some fire arrows up. I think they're trying to target our Ryber. Ryber, I don't think you should be standing for that shit, so I want you to hit what you... I mean, actually, you can start just shooting their men here now. Start shooting up the spear militia men. Just start, just you know, open fire if you can, please. May as well just... use you to the best of your abilities, because you can in the better firing. I want you to position yourselves here. I know it isolates you a little bit, but let's get yourselves in a good position while we just keep getting fire arrowed for some reason. You know what? Peasant archers, are you keeping them under control? You are, right? Their numbers are coming down quite effectively. I think they'll run away very soon. In fact, they're just running now, so they're already scared off. Good. Keep it up. As it stands, as far as I'm aware, longbowmen should be targeting these units by the way. They're probably not, because I know my units are not very good at listening to my orders. You know what, just target whatever's frontmost if you can. Just as long as you're targeting whatever you can and just, you know, getting arrows out, I'm satisfied. I just love how these arrows just like curve up very massively, like whoop! And then they'll just rain down upon the enemy some massive distance away. I mean, there it goes. It's like rain, except it will kill you. Right, how's the Rybo getting along? Is it in position? Good. Right, start opening fire on something. Start opening fire on those Crusader Knights if you can, please. See what we can do. You able to light up? Nope, you're not able to. Right, what can you shoot?
Attack!
There we go. Even if it's basically the frontmost unit, we can start shooting them, except you're turning it backwards. Please don't so you start shooting my own men. That'd be scary. Right. How are we doing, lads? Are we still getting shots out? We are still getting shots out. We're shooting as much as we can. But there isn't really a lot for us to shoot now. There's still a couple of units just scattered around in the initial areas of the hills. May as well just keep them weakened as much as we can. I've got some crossbowmen who are attempting to fire missiles somehow. Whatever missiles they are shooting, I don't think they've actually hit a single one of my men just yet because they are pathetic. But whatevs. Whatever. Let's just keep bringing them down. Show more of my arrows just coming down here, there, and everywhere. I mean, there you go. I can definitely see a smattering of rain. What is the enemy going to bring forward for us next? Why? I mean, you would think actually if you knew my army was bearing down upon you, you would actually get the good defensive position and not the shit one, because if I was attacking, I wouldn't really have much of a chance. I would probably be dying a lot, whereas here, well, the enemy only has themselves to play. By the way, I'm not sure if these are mushrooms. I think they're the dead crossbowmen, aren't they? Yeah, I thought these were like little mushrooms growing out of the ground. Lovely little flowers growing here and there. It's very nice terrain. Yes, we are commenting on the terrain now. Alright, Rybo, I don't know where the Rybo's decided to go, by the way. It's just like wandering off a lot. Can you try and get yourself into a more sensible position, please? Okay, I think we need to start moving forward, lads, because I think we're running out of things to shoot now. I want you to just crest the hill a little bit more now. I know it puts us at risk of being shot at a bit more, but at the same time, I think the reward is we're going to be able to start killing off more of the enemy. So let's just start moving forward as good as we can. You lot just keep shooting the other units if you can, please. Make sure you are firing. Alright, you can't just make the sound effects and expect me to believe that you're shooting off. Keep moving up. I want you to get into a position where you can start shooting out more arrows, please. Right, spearmen, get yourselves a bit more organised than you are right now. You're doing alright, but I need you to be as organised as possible, please. So, guard formation, and so on and so forth. Right, longbowmen, can we start shooting up those spear militia now, please? Like, even if it is just shooting up spear militia, we just need to cut down the enemy numbers just to make life easier for my swordsmen. There we go, I can see more arrows going out. There we go, right. Now comes a very hard time for my enemy, like the hardest of times, like the times don't get much harder than this, like, they actually don't. Because they're basically now getting shot everywhere, like, it's going to be just absolute shite for them. Peasant archers, you can focus on just keeping their archers away, please, like, ooh, there's a nice juicy unit of 110 here, get rid of that one for definite. Even if they're wearing their stupid padded armour, it isn't going to protect them. I mean, half of them don't even wear helmets on, they just wear crappy hats. So they're good for headshots. And what was that noise? Oh shit. That is the enemy loosing off some artillery. It's only a catapult, but it's a very loud catapult for some reason. And oh, that was a lucky shot. Oh, that was two very lucky shots. You won't get another one like that though, I can tell you that now. Rybo, where are you at? Why have you just given up on your life? Come on, start moving. I need you to have more motivation. You're like, fucking hell, right? Look, can you just start getting down that hill somehow? Go on, get moving. There we go. Right, lazy sods. Right. We are now in range of the enemy artillery, so that is an issue. And my spearmen have already suffered for it. I mean, this unit has just been, it's not done well. But at the same time, we are still routing out quite a few enemies. As you can see, they're just getting weaker and weaker now. The constant barragement of arrow fire is just making life harder and harder and harder for them. Keep it up, lads. Keep it up as best you can. I mean, just look at that. We've basically ruined their missile power now. Right, longbows. I want you to move a little closer now. I know you're basically out of ammo at this point, but just keep moving closer. I want to make sure that we can at least get some more shots out on their main line, because as it stands, I'm seeing that a lot of them are still in fairly good numbers. So I want to just make sure that we are definitely shooting out whatever's left. Peasant archers, can you shoot out some of those town militia, please? Nope, you're just doing a pretend fire, right? Try and get yourselves down there. You might be able to do some more damage down there. And I'll send the feudal knights down as an escort. Let's make sure we're prepared to flank the enemy, especially before those reinforcements turn out, because they will turn up at some point. I think as soon as my computer can handle it without blowing imaginary chunks, despite the fact it runs... Like, seriously, my computer's probably going to run fucking 3 Kingdoms at a liquid smooth rate on Ultra. And I still can't play Medieval 2. It's just a hilarious fact of life. By the way, who is excited for 3 Kingdoms? I am very excited. I watched the video that came out not long ago about the heroes and guanchi system, and honestly, like, this is going to be the deepest bloody campaign ever. Like I thought, like, alright, you've redone diplomacy, but, you know, I'm quite a basic person. I could probably just get away with, like, not using it, but fucking hell, like, the spy system, the guanchi system, the hero system, like, this is going to be as deep as it gets. Like, we are going deeper than the deep blue sea. So, honestly, I'm looking forward to 3 Kingdoms very much. I still have minor concerns about the battles. I haven't really seen a lot of footage, and I haven't really watched any of the Let's Players who have got their hands on it yet. So maybe they've done coverage of the battles, which might be better than what I've seen so far. I think it's just because the campaign's been hyped up so much, we haven't seen a lot of the battles, but I just want to make sure that the battles are good. Because, you know, I like a good battle, I do, and you lot still are sending out imaginary arrows, so let's just, you know, let's just rectify that. Right, anyway, we are now at that point where my longbowmen have expired their load. So what we're going to do now is I'm sending the billmen forward to attack the enemy. I don't really want to move the spearmen forward too much, but then again, if the enemy cavalry does come out, we need to be ready. So let's move the spearmen forward, but we'll make sure the billmen are in a position where they can take over the front line fighting. Let's start moving down our lovely armoured swordsmen as well, so let's make sure they're able to start coming down the hill. Let's also move down our cavalry units, so let's make sure we've got cavalry units coming down here. The general, oh yeah, it's getting tough to make some approaches here. Try and get yourselves there if you can, please. But I'll be sending spearmen first because they're well armoured, they've got shields, they should be able to tank the initial arrow and artillery fire the enemy will just throw at us, just to make sure that we can keep them on a straight and narrow. And I've also now got 2 units of feudal knights here, ready to intercept anything on the flank, start shooting the main area. Feudal knights, you've got a unit of mercenary Frankish knights coming in to say hello to my archers or to say hello to you, so one of you could get in there and deal with them, and one of you just try and pull around and just flank them and kill them. You lot will be very much capable of just pushing this unit over the edge and getting rid of them. I mean, they are well armoured knights, but at the same time, well, they're not. I have the better
brought
knights.
up more men. They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in gallantry.
Alright, more men are coming, and they are coming
favour.
from a funny angle, so we need to be wary of them. In fact, let's send some of our cavalry to go and intercept and just have a little play with them. Cavalry, I need you to get over there, and I need you to try and provide some interception. Just try and keep that enemy army a little bit busy for me. Okay, billmen, you are the front line of this attack. I need you to charge forward now. Come forward. Spearmen will provide defense, but I need you to come forward and just come through and just mangle the town militias. So get there, get rid of town militias. English knights, you play with dismounted feudal knights. They'll be your best target. I just heard a lot of artillery exploding, but I think they're starting to hit their own men more than they're hitting me. Lads, you committed to a charge when you didn't commit to a charge. Come on, there you go. Use your anti-infantry capabilities to absolutely smash this unit into the mulch. Alright, billmen are doing a very good job. They are trying to hold their ground as well as they can. Armoured swordsmen, we need to get you now just coming round and providing help to the main line. So let's get you around here and just helping out. Oh god, feudal knights are not having a fun time. Get the Ryber moving up as good as you can. Feudal knights, how are we getting along here? By the way, why aren't you not grouped up? Get grouped up when you are a group. Right, we'll bring down the feudal knights and coming down. Right, I need one of you to break off and do something else for me. I need one of you to just get into those crusade knights. Just start hitting the enemy on the flank. One good flank charge would be all it needs to break this army up. I mean, just look at that. If I had a catapult, boom, the entire army gets fucked, right? Billmen are contributing as well as I can. I've got my other knights now just trying to seep through my flanks. But as you can see now, it is turning into a mass rout for the Imperials. This entire army is now going to start running away. We need to chase down and kill as much of it as we can, though, because I do not really want to be facing all of this lot at Vienna. I was kind of oh, Christ. I was kind of hoping Vienna would just be an easy siege in a way. We could just even starve the enemy out, like, which is an opportunity that we could do, and I think it's something we should start doing. I think we do need to start trying to starve enemies out rather than just straight sieging them, so then there's less upkeep and replacement costs on my end. Right, you lot keep doing what you're doing. Right, how are you lot getting along with potentially intercepting the enemy? Longbowmen, yeah, you know, you lot just get yourselves out of this battlefield. You're done for the day. You lot, first things first, please don't kill yourself on my own stakes. You've killed yourself on my own stakes. Well fucking done, lads. It's amazing when your men prove themselves to be absolute complete retards. Right. That's annoying, right? You lot, start playing with the crossbow militias. Start getting rid of them. Because they've seen my retreating units. I'm going to have to send more reinforcements up there because now I've just gone and fucking embarrassed myself there. That is... Alright. I'd pull back the heavy units, but we're not. Billman, pull back up here, please. I have a use for you. You've done your part. We're going to let the heavy... well, I say I'll let the heavy units take over, but it looks like everything else is just fucked off now, right? Spearmen, back up the hill, please. I know it's marching up back up a hill, but look, we're going up the hill, down the hill, for I am the Grand Old Duke of York. Oh, and I don't really have 10,000 men. Sadly, I had about 1,000, but you'll have to live with it. Either way, look, get yourselves back up the hill again, and then we'll go to the middle of the hill, and then, you know, we'll kind of try and make up our minds if we want to go back up or down again. But I still don't know. Right, lads, you've got the units skirmishing. Keep chasing them. The Emperor might try to engage you, but for now we're just going to get all our men up there. The rest of my cavalry right now is just chasing down whatever is left of the Imperials. I think they've just actually issued a general retreat order at this point, so try and chase down anything that isn't technically routing. Just try and get rid of them because their numbers will still be quite healthy. Right, other feudal knights.
The enemy general flees. Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well and make it so he can see us defeat the rest of his
You sure? He looks pretty dead. Right, you lot march up, but march up this way so we avoid marching into my stakes that you will inevitably walk into and kill yourself on. At least it wasn't a general who killed himself here, but that's Darwinism there for you. That is freaking Darwinism. They actually were walking up, by the way. They actually could have, like, you know, they could have actually... Oh, wait, it looks like the Emperor ran away as well. Oh, come on, Emperor. Oh, well, we'll deal with that toad another day. He can let his last city burn. That's the price he pays for denying me a good fight. But at least we managed to intercept some of his other units.
Pursue and run them down.
Good job, lads. I'm sorry that you didn't get to have the battle you wanted, but oh well. Guess it serves us going back up and down that hill again. Right, finish off whatever is still in the battlefield, please. Let's just try and get rid of it all. What is left over here? We've still got a few stragglers, but there's very few of them. I think they'll just break up and disseminate out now. There are a few, well, my better gone, right. Try and get rid of these guys. You're never going to catch those guys. Still, good battle, apart from the little cavalry disaster there. But as it stands, that is the Imperial big army. Well, gone. It's been crumped up into millions of pieces. Right, you lot, try and intercept that unit if you want. Like, they are pretty much yours. Like, look at that. Despite English that's just going to walk in now and just absolutely smonk them with their pole axes. Go on. There you go, get smonked. There's that last guy left. There you go. That is the peasantry wiped out. Oh, wait, sorry, there was one last little guy. Ooh, slippery little eel he was. Right. Feudal Knights, finish it off. You lot, don't worry about chasing him. Oh, wait, he might try and trap me in my own stakes, won't he? It's alright, he didn't do that. Lads, don't just walk up next to him and just forget what your purpose in life is. I want this one finishing, please. Do it properly. Come on. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Good job, lads.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
Excellent job, men. That is a grand Imperial army wiped out and just basically routed out. I mean, look at that, captured that office down to 248 men. Despite running off very quickly, managed to nearly half Emperor Wenzel's army, so that was a good feat there as well. So, yep, good battle. Maybe a few too many losses on my side, some unnecessary cavalry losses, but we've got more than enough men to finish this one off. We can now march on Vienna and take the town and finish the Imperials off once and for all.
If the enemy finds us here, it won't be to their liking.
I know it won't be to their liking. Look, a lot of prisoners, but I want the Imperials gone now, so it's an execution. Plus, they might be carrying diseases. I don't like diseases. going to get rid of them because they're currently ruining all my other plans.
Glory, honor, victory.
Emperor Venzel's running away, but he is not my target now. He can continue just being himself, but my target is now getting rid of Vienna, so we're going to march on that one. Barbara Francis of West Derby apparently feels disrespected. Why do you feel disrespected? Oh god, he's becoming very unloyal. He's legit gonna rebel against me, and that is gonna be an issue. Like, I don't know why. Oh wow, you can build forts in other people's lands. There isn't really a lot I can do, but why does he feel disrespected? And he also disrespects prisoners by me, but why does he actually feel disrespected? He's just had the honour of taking out a huge Imperial army, and he's going to lead the conquest of the final Imperial settlement. Oh, look, we'll just skip to the next turn, and we'll watch his army just suddenly become not mine. By the way, keep merging over here, like, just merge the peasantry up. I don't really want to retrain peasants, if I'm honest. No, I've got very few florins, I need to spend them wisely. Okay, let's just go on to the last battle that we will have this turn then, because there are no other battles that we'll be fighting this turn. Which is... Oh, great, I've got rebels here as well, so we need to deal with that one. By the way, yes, Fawn is not in a good way right now. Public order is dipping down. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is a culverin, by the way. This is a new one to us. So the culverin has an area type, very long range, flaming missiles, good morale, and can't hide. It's a type of bombard and fearsome piece of artillery, first used in Germany. It utilises advanced metallurgy techniques, superior construction, and better trained crews to outrange and outshoot nearly all preceding bombards. Can fire solid and exploding shots. It's devastating against enemy walls and lethal against enemy troops. Good, good. I like the sound of that. That's going to be a lethal weapon. In fact, I want to recruit one, but I know I shouldn't. But at the same time, the opportunity to try one of these bad boys out would be lovely, but nah. Let's be clever. Let's just recruit some more infantry, because we definitely need more infantry in this area. We're going to recruit some extra spearmen just to keep the garrisons up, because right now the Imperials are decimating a lot of troops in the area, and I think they're going to start getting a lot more progressive against. By the way, these aren't Imperials, these are Poles. Also, I need spearmen to deal with this idiot.
Forward to fighting you.
Those Polish rebels will be tough to take down, so we'll need to make sure we are in a good position. Right, you lot need to be merging your armies, and I'm going to have you march as one big army now. So if you lot can just merge together, and then we will now finish off Prince Mars in the raffle with our combined efforts. This is what was left of his army after our last major battle, so he might take us upon a challenge, or he might run away. I really don't know. If he runs away to Breslau, I'll be sending a force out of Breslau to deal with him instead. But he's going to fight us, that's fine, even though we outnumber him by over 1,000 men. But Prince Marcin is known for his bravery. He is quite terrifying, apparently, and he does have dread, so yeah. But he also has a pagan magician, so he's a bit weird. So Prince Marcin, the strength potion is 3-1 in my favour this time around. And what he is bringing is, he's bringing town militia, spear militia, Balkan archers, a few mercenary spears and crusader sergeants. Mercenary crossbows, crusading knights. Basically, he's got a lot of crossbows and a lot of archer power, but then again, I have a lot this time, and they're not going to be run away immediately, because this time the enemy has very little infantry and very little cavalry. Polish nobles do still once more exist though as an absolute nuisance and pest, so I'll need to try and find out a way of getting rid of them. But yeah, we just struggle against skirmish and cavalry in general, but we really should be using these guys as practice before we go back to war with the Mongols. For now, though, let us fight this one on the battle map and see how the battle goes.
To arms, men! Form up line.
Okie dokie, let's get ready, and this time it's going to be less forested for me, and oh, there's a lovely little mini castle there as well. So, men will go to the back, and let us now deploy ourselves accordingly. So, here's the front line. First things first, let's get our archers up and ready, and we'll get our stakes out, and hopefully my men don't trip over and die on them again. I didn't mean to do that, by the way. That was just the magic button to remind everyone what units I own. Let's do it again, in fact. Who do I own? I own these lot, right. So let's get our stakes out. There we go. And then let us make our main line. So spears are going to be a flank unit today. So we are going to have a main line of just basically heavy infantry. So they're going to march together as a like. Because, you know, all these units are generally good at their job. So we're just going to have them march as unison. That being said, I also have some longbowmen this time around, so I'm going to put the longbowmen here. They're a little behind, I know, but at the same time, these guys pretty much have a comparable range, so they all know what they're up to. So I'm going to be basically overwhelming the enemy with some lethal arch power. Billman, you're here as a additional unit, but you're not really my main line. Or maybe you should be my main line. Yeah, you know what? Let's get you armored swordsman as a unit of your own, because you guys are much stronger. Billman, you will match with the dismounted feudals this time around, so I'm going to make you my main line here. By the way, let's get you lot all into one big super duper group, by the way. There you go. Mailed Knights, you're together as well, so let's get you like this. Feudal Knights, you're going to go here, you're going to be like this. Spears on the flanks, just to keep our eye on enemy cavalries, because they will try and move around us. Armoured Swordsman, you're your own group, you're going to be at the back, so I'm going to try and keep you out of the fighting, but if I need to get you in the fighting, then in the fighting you shall go. Right. Let's get in there, kill this prince, and then you know what? I mean, this might be enough troops to go and take Krakow. Oh, and the enemy tries to hide in the forest. Of course they do. Okay, lads, simple job. Let's get over here and make sure our arrows are ready to fly right into the enemy's guts. You lot as well, start moving around. Just get yourselves into a maneuverable position. Knights, let's make sure you are coming around as well. I'm being more paranoid of stakes now. I probably should only really plan them in a defensive situation, but sometimes they're good as a fallback. And lads, you know what, I'm already watching you just march directly towards my stakes. Please don't do that. Right, you lot come this way. You lot come this way. Longbowmen as well, you need to be coming forward. The enemy is starting to draw their line up as well, so we'll watch where they go. Feudal Knights are my main commanding unit this time around, but it's basically just a big fat general's bodyguard just without a general. Just a captain runs this one today. Alright lads, you just keep going up there. Let's make our line near this road. I think that'd be a good idea. So let's make sure we're using the road as our benchmark. You head towards that farm. Longbows, you know, I'm going to have you march as a separate force. You're going to match my heavier troops, and I'm going to have some fun with you. You lot as well, just keep marching up on this flank as well. We're going to try and take control of that castle. Okay, I think I've got everyone marching in a area that I need them to be marching into. So let's just make sure that everyone gets into where they need to go. Lovely little blue accent on that flag, by the way. That really caught my eye for some reason. I just like the colour blue, I guess. Right, Rooney. What else is left for me to do within this battle? Not too much. Let's just make sure Lammen are getting into position. Yeoman, are you able to hit something from here? No, you're not. Right, let's move you up a little closer then. Let's move you towards this little ridge here. That's probably going to be a good staging ground for you. Let's just try and use it as our benchmark. So if you could just move forward a little bit, please. And I'm just putting you into your usual orders, your usual areas that you should be. You lot as well, you can just move a little closer. You can basically stand where they once stood. Spearman, if you could just keep your eye on the flank, please, as well. Just make sure you are on top of our other spear unit as well. You could just march on this flank as well. Just make sure we're able to intercept the prince. He is the key target in this battle. If we can get rid of a prince, then we will have done ourselves very, very well in this battle. Incredibly well. Best of the best. Killing a Polish prince is always an honour. And it's always annoys the Polish as well. Right, looks like they're clumping their units up together, so they're starting to draw their battle lines. The enemy still isn't in range yet, however, but I want to see where they move. I think they may move within my range. That being said, your range is usually quite good. Maybe I'm just being a little bit overestimatory a bit today. I think they're going to try and flank me around that farm, in fact. The prince is up to something. Lads, make a position near this farm. Infantry, forward by this farm as well. I think the enemy is going to try and flank. No, wait. No, they're making a new line. Alright, lads, just rotate your line around a little bit. Just rotate your line. I think they're going to try and use a farm to cover their flanks. We're not going to let them do that. Get the feudal knights around there and prepare to flank the enemy. What's over there? The lovable Polish nobles, as always. Looks like they're preparing their first strike of annoyance against me. So you lot just start moving up and get ready to deal with them as need be. Knights, you just try and switch around to this flank now. I want you over there. Right. Longbowmen, we can start hitting their units. Let's start crushing their archers, men. Let's make sure that they're suffering. You yeoman, if you can't hit anything, let's get you in a better position. Spearman, you guard this flank here. The enemy may try to come round, so I need you to be in a position where you are ready to deal with this stuff. You start hitting those Balkans. You start hitting those Merc Spears. You start hitting those Town Militia. I know I'm just kind of chucking my arrows wherever I want, but at the same time, when the enemy is heavily clumped up like this, then this is where I have the opportunity. Right, mailed knights, just go in, intercept those Polish knights, don't even give them the time of day. Longbows here, so you start also providing some pressure here. Armoured swordsman, you just be right behind them and be ready to help out in the first instance. You lot just keep here. Just keep an eye on the flank, because I think the enemy is going to act like they can see a weakness, but I'm going to make sure there is no weakness. Levy spears, in fact, I want you to come around here and protect this flank. Other unit of levy spears, you're quite far behind. Go up here, because I think the enemy is just going to go for a hardcore flank here. But General's Bodyguard is up to something. Right, you lot, get some shots out on the General's Bodyguard if you can, please. Because I want him, I definitely want him dead. Yeoman, I'm already seeing a fantastic job going on here, by the way. I'm already seeing a lot of corpses suddenly seeding these grounds. Alright, longbows, I know you want to get more shots out, but pull back now, otherwise you're going to have a really hard time. Levy spears, I'm sending some mailed knights in to quickly basically nip the general. Let's see if we can, I mean, like, mailed knights, good job, good job, good job. Look, this isn't your fight, but 3, 2, 1, pull out.
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Spears, in you go, charge them down, get rid of them, and execute that prince as best you can, right? Mailed knights, they're fighting the nobles, they're doing the best as they can. Looks like the nobles are going to lose this one, so luckily we managed to take them out before it became a thorn in my side. I think really the best way to counter these militia cavalries or missile carriers is basically just throw something better at them. You lot, just deal with those Crusader Sergeants before they become a big issue for me. You lot, just start hitting those spears as best as you can, please. You, what have you got coming up on your way? Crusader Knights, intercept them, kill them, just get rid of them. Alright, we've got the Polish under my control now. General's Bodyguard's pulling out after that first round of attacks, that's fine. You just keep here, defend my general. Longbowmen, get some shots out on him. Just see if we can lower him down with some missiles now. Just a good I mean, there we go. That was a fantastic round I just saw there. Already some more of his bodyguard is falling. Levy spears. Oh no, he's charging a spear unit like an axe. Oh no.
Has thrown his life away. Perhaps our chances of victory with it.
It's alright, he's just a captain. He isn't going to be the end of the world just yet, right? Longbows, keep hitting that general. He's a good target for him. Right now, the Polish, the Polish are in retreat. They are in retreat. All cavalry units, get on that prince now. He isn't slipping through my fingers a second time. Ugh, what a slippery eel this man is. No wonder they're associated with Satanism, those fucking sea snakes. Right, looks like the enemy's going to escape me this time as well. Prince Marcin, there is no wrath in your heart now.
The battle
only
is
cowardice.
very much in our favour.
Still,
if we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
I did promise that he was stuck in my territory and I would follow up on him. And this time he's escaped me again. What an absolute loser. Oh well. Knights are going to intercept whatever they can now. Just start killing whatever you can. But looks like this time the Polish have slipped through my fingers. A shame. I thought they would have loved an honourable battle. I thought they went for honour. Instead, they ran away before the whole thing even kicked off.
Good tidings.
Oh wait, there he goes.
General lies dead. We've sent the base cur to hell.
Guess he didn't quite escape properly. Good, my objective here is done. Lads, slaughter whatever's left. Ensure that there are as few survivors as possible. I want to teach the Polish a lesson for infringing upon my territory like so.
Behold how our cowardly foe
They need finishing
runs.
off.
It's time to press the attack.
Okay, how goes the hunt? I know we are having a bit of a difficult time because we are in forest. Archers, ceasefire now. This is now a infantry issue that I am presenting here. Let the infantry and the cavalry just chase down whatever's remaining. I don't want to suddenly have a lot of friendly fire on my hands. Right, you lot move in and capture those idiots. You lot call it a day now. You don't need to run yourselves out any further. You've done a fantastic job. Right, what's coming over here? Some spear militia, right? Don't worry about those spear militia. That's just like one. That is just one idiot in a dressing gown. I don't really have much care for him. I think we've got every last unit that is still within the battlefield under control. You lot just try and help out against those merc crossbows, but armored swordsmen or levy spearmen, just run out and just intercept them. I mean, there's not a lot you need to do here. Just one of you run out and take him prisoner. Basically, that's all you really need to do. Just, you know, out you go. Come on, capture him. Oh, how did he escape? Come on, lads. Alright, heavy infantry. Come on, come on. Who's going to get him? Who's going to get him? Finish him. Finish him. Come on. Come on. Come on. Lads, I need you to do a better job than you're doing right now. Come on. Double time it. Double time it. Come on. Oh, lads, this is embarrassing. You can't capture a single slippery spearman. Come on. Just run up, trip him over, and you're done. You don't need to stab him yet. Just make him fall over. I mean, there you go. Now you're intercepting him. Good.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
Good job, men. That's a Polish dealt with for now. Alright, Captain Michel, very good job. Very few losses, even though you were lost yourself. But Prince Marcin's army has been reduced to nothing. Sadly, oh wait, no. Plenty of experience was given for Yeoman, actually, and the male that's getting too. Happy about that. Yeoman, they did a lot of killing. We didn't really get to see their killing, but you know what? I can definitely attest that they did a lot of killing. Oh, loads of killing, in fact.
This is a brilliant spot to spring a deadly trap, sire.
Is it? Good. Well, I need money, so
earned the ransom, Lord. Take it.
Pay it up. Ah, they won't even be our demands. Well, that enemy army's melted away.
Sire.
Good God. I mean,
Sire.
good job, not good God. Oh, by the way, yeah, I'm supposed to annex Ragus. I'm not doing that because it's a bit too far out my way, that particular settlement. Okay, Joffrey, new job for you. I know we need troops back in Thorn, however, I want Krakow. Begin your mark on Krakow, and
You wish, sire.
we'll do that. And yes, we can just basically march from a safe way without having to deal with like loads of randomers. Right, Thorn is producing more troops to deal with the rebels, and that pretty much brings us to the end of this turn. I don't really have any money left to spend. And really, well, I just don't have any money left to spend, but that is everything that has been dealt with. So, yeah, good going, Admiral Perkinel. You need dealing with. Try and get your sorry ass back to Cagliari, please. That being said, that is also where I'm going to call it an episode.
You
so,
have word
who are
I
you?
should bring to my master?
No, I don't have anything you can say to your master right now. So what is going to happen on the next episode, my friends? Well, what is going to be happening? I'm going to tell you what's going to be happening. Next episode, we'll be going to the next turn. We will be initiating the Siege of Vienna. And we will also be trying to make our move on Krakow and on Palermo. We are getting aggressive again, even if we are ridden with a plague. However, once Palermo's done, we're going to start training our final armies to march on the Mongolians, because now the final pieces are in place. Krakow, Vienna and Palermo represent my final essential European conquests. And then it's back to Africa. Oh yes, we're just about there now. But until then, my friends, I must bid you good day. So I really do hope you have a fantastic evening full of pleasantries and entertainment. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.